Right then, who are you with?
Georgi Petkov.
What have you done?
I just lost in top 32 at the UK Nationals.
And what did you play?
I played TENPAI. I played on stream round 6.
Very, very nice. Why did you choose to play TENPAI for this event?
Just because it's the deck that I bubbled with the last few events, and I felt most comfortable with it. I tried playing Mitsu, but I just want to spend the time to learn the deck, so that's just what I know, so I decided to pick it up for this event.
Very safe. Alright, let's see.
Yep, so for the best cards in the game, we play two of this, one of this. Well, I can only play one and one of this. So the reasoning, you play two of this just because sometimes when you go first you want to start this, but then you want to have another one in deck to OTK on the following turn. Two of this is because if you open it, you still want to be able to search it and special it from hand, which is pretty good. This is at 1. This is the god card. People just cook when you summon this. They don't even want to see your extra deck. And this is just engine requirement. Then for some actual good cards in the deck, I've got the 3 Engravers, 1 Larkham and 1 Lurry. The thing with this deck is I was playing the Striker version before, but now that everyone's playing Mitsu, people are all maining 3 Ash, 3 Impulse, and Impulse on your Kaiman just stops your OTK, which is not great. But then, if you've got these cards, you could also go OTK line with Fiendsmith with Agnum Day. So they either have to open Ash plus Impulse to stop the OTK, or you just kill them anyway, no matter which of the 2 engines resolves. So yeah, and also it's quite good going first. If you just Caesar plus trap against Mitsu is quite broken unless they open some non-engine to out it. Then another co-engine is Trilobellion, Mag, Druid, and Goldrake. So engine's great. It's good against Malice when you're going first because Regained is just broken. You put back their names, draw a card. It's crazy. And then against Mitsu, doesn't matter if you draw it going first or going second, you can just hit whatever it's engraved. Because I've had so many people end on Dynamondo and you just banish the what's his name, Murakumo, and they just coop because there's nothing they can do. They're quite good. Also, this plays through a lot. Just opening a Lubellion because you can go Lubellion, this, tribute over, get over a billion things with just this card.
Should we play any more Bestials in the deck?
Yes, I was thinking about it. The reason why I just played the 3 was because I didn't know how much Malice would be in the format. And they're not great against Malice. Like, the only way you could hit them is if they've already used the name and they Ghost Plasma Mage, you can hit that, but that's very, very rare. Usually against Malice, I would just side all of these and leave these 2 still because they're quite nice playing through 2 boards, but that's about it for the Bestials. Then for hand traps, the 3 Fuvalos, 3 Nib, 3 Ash, 3 Draw, and 2 Bells. So this is Maxi. There's no reason to talk about this. Now I've only played 3 of this in the whole deck, and the reason for that is against Mitsu you want to draw one of these 6, right? But you don't really want to draw this plus this because otherwise they contradict, and you mostly want to resolve the draw, so we just end up having a dead charm in hand, and your engines are both quite normal summon heavy, so this is just dead. So I'm not playing any of the Perulia or the other one, the Meows. I'm just playing this. Then this is mostly for Malice. A lot of people just play into it. They don't respect Nib. Nib won me a game against Bestial Regenesis as well, so somehow that worked out, so it was cool. This is not great actually, but it's mostly to stop the Charmies when you're going first, and like you can hit Ritual Summon from the deck, but that's not great. And then this card overperformed. I wish I played 3 of it. I fit so many Prayers, Called by the Graves, Bestials, a lot of things with this card. It won quite a few games. And then track is for the Fiendsmith stuff. A few days before the event, I thought of another ratio for the Fiendsmith, which was just dropping the engravers down to 2 and playing 3 tracked instead, because everyone's on draw. Draw is the god card this format. I've had draw resolve at least once every round, every single round. The reason why I didn't do that is because I didn't have 2 more tracks and I didn't want to pay the money for them.
Respectable.
But I would play that if I wanted to play a more optimal version of the deck. Then yeah, they just kill. This to search the field spell, and then just some one-offs, which are if you draw any of these, you're probably winning, and then this is for going first. I sided out going second every time, no matter what I play against, and that's 40 cards in the deck in total. You might make the argument that you want to play like 41, 42, so you don't do this or Fadra, but if you play more cards, you're gonna see your bad cards less, but also your good cards less, so I would rather just stick to 40. And then for the extra deck, that's just standard for the Fiendsmith stuff, and I guess this. So the only thing is 2 of this. It's not even for unicorn. I haven't seen a single unicorn this tournament. It's mostly because sometimes if you open Lubellian plus Fiendsmith, you would want to search mag, and then you have to choose to banish something from your grave, and most often than not it could be this, so you can actually get the regained on field, and then next turn you would also have Requiem for your Fiendsmith. That's the reason we have 2. And yeah, Desiree plus this, I killed quite a few times with this. Don't think I summoned this once. You could probably cut it, and then this card won a lot of games as well. It's amazing against Malice and Mitsu. If it sticks to the board and doesn't get outed by, I don't know, Talent or Imperm or something, it's just gonna win you the game, because negates destroys 2 times per turn. It's, yeah, quite good. And then the Seals, because you play the TENPAIs. Sometimes if you can read an Imperm or Impulse and you just have TENPAI cards, you don't want to go into Requiem, you just go through your Genroku with the Fadra and the Pydra, and you end on Seals plus Genroku, which is good because you have follow-up to kill next turn, especially if you have hand traps or Bestios. So yeah, we got the Seals. SP, maybe summoned it once, it didn't really matter, so I would still play it. It's my favorite card in the game probably, so it's
Comfort pick.
yeah, comfort pick, exactly. Then 1. These are the cards you kill with. A lot of people asked me to show this when I was doing the TENPAI combo. They were like, show me the trident, and I was cool. So I just whip it out of the extra deck, and they can see it, which was cool. I've seen a lot of lists cut it, and I don't understand. It's the extra deck isn't really that tight. There is 2 or 3 flex spots, and I would rather have this because it's 100 times easier to kill with this. And in an event where you're playing 12 rounds, you sometimes want the easy way out of the game, right? You just want to end the game on this turn and not think about it. And then this card, never summoned it, but it came up quite a bit in testing, so I played it. Never came up in the event. Then for side deck, Malice and more Malice. So the reason I'm playing 2 of this is just because of siding patterns. I think I like more this than Meows, just because it counters MTP07 as well, quite good. And this is obviously, if you draw this, you're winning. Then Storm Duster. These cards overperformed. I hit a lot of things with them. People cite Solemn cards, and also against Mitsurugi, for example, if they've got the prayer set, you're just getting rid of the interruption because they can board wipe you if you clear the back row. I've had situations where I left someone on top deck with this because they had full malice board with no follow-up, so I just called monsters and passed on nothing, and they passed on nothing, and I killed them next turn with Tenpais. So that was cool. These two, it's again for searching anything, mostly these, but quite a few times I had this search talent look at hand just so I know that they don't have Ash or Impulse and I can go for the kill. Then some going first cards. This for Mitsurizio, this for Malice, and then 3 strikes. These are obviously 3-ups with this, and then the strike. The reason why I chose this instead of any of the other solemns was because if you're going first, you can just set it, and then if you feel that your opponent isn't doing too much on that turn, you could just keep the strike set, and when you go for the kill, if they have a hand trap, you just strike the hand trap and you kill them. It's resolved it probably twice, and actually I activated it twice, resolved it 0 times because it got ashed, and never resolved this, so these weren't very useful, but the strikes came in. And I think that's everything.
Fantastic. How was your tournament run?
It was I lost round 5 to Nick. I'm pretty sure he was playing Malice, and then I was X1 after Swiss, so that's 10-1, and then I lost in top 32 against Pure Mitsu. Game 3 he had called by for my draw, and I had drawn Lacrima Lurry in my hand, so I had 3 normal summons, 2 more cards that weren't very useful, so I just lost. I have my matchups, I guess, if that matters. So I've played in total against 3 Raizio Mitsu, 3 Pure Mitsu, 3 Malice, 2 Fiendsmith Life Twin, and 1 Regenesis Bestial. I've won only 3 dice rolls from 12 rounds.
Tenpai was a good pick.
So Tenpai was a good pick, yeah. Although I'm mostly I would like to go first with this deck. It was actually quite alright going second.
Yeah.
I probably would have played more Charmies if I knew that I'm going to be losing every single roll, but it is what it is.
Well, fantastic. Well, thank you very much for that profile. I hope you have a very safe and very good travel home.
Yeah, thank you.